What's up, guys? Welcome into the Guilty as Charged podcast. My name is Tyler, and joining me today is a very special guest, the safety from Tennessee State, Gleson Sprewell. Gleson, man, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, and you, man. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. Got some pretty good news on the front that I can't explain yet, but well, our channel fans are going to be happy. But I get to talk about that in about a month. But not here for me, here for you, man. I'm happy to talk to you. Absolutely. The first question I have for you, man, is when I think of certain positions, something like offensive tackle, you see guys like Jeff Schwartz and Mitch Schwartz talk about, an offensive tackle can be good for an entire game 99% of the way. But if they give up that one sack, they suck, and the internet hates them. They think they stink because they give up the one sack despite being perfect the entire game. You decided to play safety, and throughout your career, both at Houston and Tennessee State, you had over 900 snaps at free safety. Why did you pick that? Because that is so stressful. And how do you manage to work through the stress and the strain of being that last man of defense?
Man, I love DB, man. I like stopping the receivers from scoring touchdowns. Offense sell tickets, defense wins championships, man.
I love it. I love it. I love it. How do you get through if you give up that one big play? Because I was looking at 2021, you had 2 yards given up the entire year, and then I think it was one of the last two games of the year. There was one 50-yard pass, and like that was it. Two receptions the entire year. Like, how do you get through not having any receptions given up almost the entire year? And it's like, oh, it's that 150-yard play. Like, how do you move past that yourself?
Man, you just as a DB, you gotta have a quick memory, man. You just gotta let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's always an opportunity to go out there and prove yourself the next play. And next play mentality is at DB. You have to have the next play mentality, man. That's the biggest thing. No matter if you make a great play, you get an
Mm,
interception, pick six. You gotta have the next play mentality, man, because they come back and you know what I'm saying. You get too content,
yeah.
go the other way real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And perhaps you could take out some of your frustrations, if anything, on this hill. I have to ask about this because I've seen it. You and I connected through Luke Neal, who is obviously Jamal Williams' uncle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Um, what is this devastating hill? Because all I see when I look up Luke Neal on this hill or videos of this hill, it's the Thrill Hill, I think is what it's been
Mills
called.
Thrill Hill, man.
Yeah. What is this?
It's no joke, man. I'm telling you, it's a hill, bro. It's probably about like 2 to 3 football fields long, and it just goes straight up. And you go to the top, you come back down, man, and we be running it a lot, and it make a man out of you for sure. It definitely make a man out of you for sure. But it definitely gets you. It's been getting me right for sure, getting me in condition. It's getting my legs stronger, getting me faster, and definitely never used to use it before. I never
Mm.
really ran hills before, and I feel like I'm seeing a difference ever since I've been with Coach Neal and been running the hills. It's definitely taking them steps in the right direction for me.
Yeah, literally in the right direction. How did you connect with Luke Neal, Coach Neal?
Man, it's crazy, man. It's all God. That's how I met with Coach Neal, man. It's all through God, man. I actually met through him through my DB coach at Tennessee State, and
Gotcha.
my DB coach, he was recruiting me out of high school, and he was at a smaller school, Division One. He was at Youngstown State actually,
Mm.
and I wanted to go JUCO. I went the JUCO route. I feel like I could have played higher at a higher level. I went the JUCO route. It wasn't that I had bad grades. It's just I was a qualifier out of high school. I just didn't have the offer. So I was in JUCO 6 months. I got my offer to Houston probably like late October. Wanted to visit December. Man, I was in JUCO 6 months. I got in and got out.
Mm.
Didn't want
Yeah.
to be there too long, man. Then that JUCO life, it is definitely not the way that people, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to be a JUCO product, man. It's definitely hard.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. What does a typical day here with this hill look like? Are you doing you do it once, you do it several times, you do it?
It's several times. We'll run up it, man. So it depends how Coach Neal's feeling. Well, it's like he has a whole blueprint to it all, man. Some days we'll run up top, all the way to the top, and we'll run it a couple times, or we'll run 40s and we'll just run, you know what I'm saying, long, shorten the
Mm,
distance, and we'll run uphill and we'll run downhill as well, doing turnover speed. And that's definitely helped me as well. Doing running downhill and getting my legs
oh, mhm.
acclimated to running that fast, it definitely has helped me a lot.
Yeah, fantastic to hear. Good for you. I couldn't do it, but I'm also not as fit and athletic and headed to the NFL. So good for you and good for everybody else and good for Coach Neal. What
Yes,
I'd
sir.
love to do next is pick your brain about a play, which I'll bring up on the screen in just a moment. I'll run it through first. You were 21 at Houston.
Yes,
I
sir.
couldn't pull Tennessee State film this year. It was only from last year, but you weren't there the previous year. So we have Houston film here.
Yes, sir.
U versus UConn. I apologize to bring this up because this is almost an interception. So I hate to bring back up a dropped interception here. I think you already know what this play is.
Yeah, I definitely should have had a pick six right here, man. Should have
Yeah.
had another stat on my stat book, but it's all good.
No, it's still a good one. So, but I had to bring it up because a lot's going on here. So I'll kind of play it through for the audience first, and then I'll rewind it back. And if you want to break it down as much as you want, have at it. I have you highlighted here.
Yes, sir.
Again, for everyone watching, go ahead and watch it. Feel the frustration as the pick goes right through his hands.
Yeah. So as a play before, man, you see, we're in the two highest shell right here. We're playing cover one right here. But as the motion comes, we're spinning the safeties. So we have the ability to keep the linebackers in the box. That's what we wanted to do. So, you know what I'm saying? Football is all about mismatches. So we kept the linebackers in the box. Once he came motion, spin the safety, I know I have inside. I'm going to have the inside help by that safety right there on the hash once he moves up top. So I have to play outside leverage. But with this league nowadays, everyone loves the RPO. So it's real hard, man. It's definitely hard. And but right here, I just got to come up, finish the play, man. And definitely had, read his hips, he was coming back out. Just gotta finish the play.
Yeah, all good. I'll play this one and then I have the end zone angle as well, so you can see a bit more closely for those who want to, and of course to break it down a bit more. I want to try to get it to where he's showing in just a bit. You're kind of slightly off screen. Here's nothing I can do about the film.
Yes, sir.
But what are you reading here with the hips? I know you can't really see it, but I'll try to play it through as best I can. Like, what are you reading in terms of hips? You said you knew this was happening. How did you know?
Yeah, so I could tell as you running the slant, he wasn't really pushing too hard, and I could tell he was he's sat his weight down. Receivers one thing, and they play high, and they trying to come down in a break. You can tell when they're gonna break. Really good receivers, they stay low the whole time. And that's the key. When you're playing a really great receiver, they run the routes and they look all the same, and you don't know what they're gonna do. So when you're playing people who not are as experienced, or they don't have as good a technique, you could tell the difference. So right here, he dropped his hips and he was going back out. He wasn't giving me that full speed on that inside breaking route. So I played it a little. Bit because I had a feeling, I have inside help right here by that safety. If anything, it'll be a catch tackle. But I know I gotta be on the outside. And as soon as he came back outside, I tried to slip it, and ball went right through my hands, man. Man, every time I see it, man, perfect right on. Just got to finish the play.
Yeah, no, all good. Again, no gain, no yards gain, no nothing. But of course, you want to have that one back.
Yeah.
If we're talking about experienced guys, then that maybe you've gone against, or guys that were able to sell things more, was there a particular person that was able to sell things a lot better? Was there a teaching moment for you in college where you're like, oh man, I did not see that coming? How did he do that?
Man, I played a lot of great players, man. I'm not gonna lie. I done played 2019. We played Oklahoma. We played against CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Hurts, first game there. I done played against DeMonte Cox. He was a receiver at Memphis. I done played Tony Pollard. Used to line up at a receiver at Memphis.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. Actually, when I first played him, 2018, my first year playing Memphis, he lined up at receiver a pretty heavy amount that game. So playing people like that, man, it definitely, when you're playing against guys who know what they're doing and know how to control their body and are fluid in and out their breaks, you can definitely tell. Shoot, man, even and going in practice, I know you probably heard of Tank Dill. Man, he's he's a lethal receiver, man. He knows how to control his body in and out his breaks, and he's one dude that he runs his routes, and he has a different approach to it every time, but it makes it looks the same.
Yeah, 100%. Tell me more about Tank Dill then.
Man, that dude is a beast. He might be small, but that Tank, he's for sure a tank on that field. He's a playmaker, man. He's definitely a playmaker.
Yeah, Houston, man. I was rolling through. We had Peyton Turner on the show 2 years ago, I believe it was. And I went back and looked. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yes,
we were very fortunate to have him early on for us. But I was going back through Houston's draft picks, and it's like Josh Jones, Ed Oliver, Isaiah Johnson, Emeka Egbule, like Peyton Turner, Marcus Jones, Logan Hall. It's like, geez, I just didn't realize. It always feels like there's one guy, because there's one guy gets a lot of the buzz, but there's a lot of dudes out of Houston who are really, really good, man.
Man, yeah, that's what definitely attracted me when I went to Houston 2018. The big name was, when I was getting recruited there, was Ed Oliver. He was already coming into Houston my sophomore year. I was still a freshman at the time. I just finished JUCO, but Ed Oliver was ranked him as the #1 player in college football. Man, they already had De'Aaron King. I know about him.
Mm,
And their defense, I know about their defense just based off the games from 2016 when they played Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They sacked
mm-hmm.
Lamar, I think, 10 times in that game. Lamar was
Whew.
frustrated. He didn't know what to do. It was like, it was, once I saw that, I was like, man, they came out, beat Baker Mayfield against when they
Mm,
played Oklahoma. So it's like, man, they had a different type of that different type. It's third ward defense, man. That's what it's called down there. So it get dirty in them trenches. They, you know what I'm saying, big dudes, defense, the safeties coming through, hitting corners, being physical, and that's what it was all about, man. I wanted to be physical and be a part of that. The Jack Boys, man. The Chargers, they know about the Jack Boys, man. They
yeah,
know
but we've
about the
kind of retired that because we got burnt too much. So I think the DB's kind of retired that one.
yeah, I feel that, man.
Yeah, but hey, if you want to join the Chargers and bring it back and pick everything off and,
Hey,
take
man,
out Patrick Mahomes,
Jack
Jack.
Boys Entertainment, man. DB, you got to be a Jack Boy. Got to steal the ball from the quarterback.
Okay, so now I do have to ask, since you're talking about it, what is the origin of the name? Like literally, what is that? I thought that was just a Chargers thing. So how is this like a universal DBs thing?
Yeah. So the Jack Boys, where I know it from was when I got to Houston. It was a group of DBs. They made up the name in
Okay.
2016. They had William Jackson. He was a first round pick. He went to, I believe, William Jackson went to Cincinnati. He went to Cincinnati. They had Adrian McDonald. He leads interceptions at Houston. He has 16.
Ooh.
They had Howard Wilson. He was a 4th-round pick. Man, they
Mm-hmm.
had a bunch of dudes who was going to get that ball. Man, Garrett Davis, a lot of dudes out there that's going to get a lot of interceptions, and that's where I heard the originality came from. So it could be a different speculations out there, but from what I know of Houston, man, Houston DBs from 2015 to 2016 year, they started that.
Yeah, interesting. I had not heard that. I've only heard it, for the Chargers, but
Right.
and then I think fans got a bit frustrated with it when we started. But anyway, that's a whole other story. So what went into the decision then to go to Tennessee State then?
Really, it's just the being around NFL coaches. Being around Coach Eddie George, my DC Brandon Fisher, his dad's Jeff Fisher. My linebackers coach, Coach Bowden. He played for the Houston Oilers, and then when they went to Tennessee Titans, Coach Keith Burns. He was a special teams coach in for the NFL for a long time. I think he might have been a coach for the Chargers. I think maybe 2020. I'm not sure.
Sorry, first and last name again?
Keith Burns. He was a special teams coach.
Maybe as assistant coach.
I might be thinking of the Denver Broncos. I know he coached for the Denver Broncos for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But they just had a lot of NFL coaches over there, and then, like I said, the DB coach that he recruited me when I was trying to come out of high school, you know what I'm saying? And he ended up being at Tennessee State. So like I said, man, God works and he comes full 360. And, I enjoy my time at Tennessee State, being around those coaches. I had a lot of fun being around them, man.
Good.
Those are my guys. I caught them anytime, man, chop it up with them and have fun. They taught me how to a lot of life experience. And, just when things aren't going well, you just got to, keep pushing, man, and keep grinding out, and you'll get the results that you want.
I love that. Love to hear that. Love that mindset. Now that you're turning to the NFL draft, like I know you're prepping, you're running hills, good for you. What is kind of the mindset heading into that? And of course, and I do want to ask, as I ask everyone who's come on the show, what is the plan for draft week and what are you guys eating?
Man. So for me right now, I got pro day coming up. I'm actually doing my pro day at University of Houston next Thursday. So it's coming up here pretty soon. I'm excited, man. It's been a long journey. Been grinding these last couple of months with Coach Neal getting it in. And I'm definitely excited about that. But come draft day, man, my mom's going to be out here. My sister, my family's going to come out here, get a little Airbnb. So, have Sam for the weekend. I think my mom, we're going to do, I think, hibachi on the weekend, like a Saturday or something.
Right on.
I think we'll have like pizza or wings the day before. So she got all that stuff planned out. I told her, Mom, I'm not trying to worry about nothing else besides pro day right now. That's all I'm focused on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the draft is definitely a good whole month away. It must seem like forever away for you guys. But yes, every person that I've talked to, any draft pick, they always say their mom has it handled. Like the mom's got the food, cooking it, buying it, making it, whatever. Like mom's always got it. Mom's always got the best food. That's awesome.
Hey, man, it's been like that since youth football. We had team moms, they come out there, bring us the orange slices, have us little drinks and stuff, Gatorade. So the mom's always going to get us right, man. Moms always get us right.
Yeah, moms are awesome, man. All right, last question before I let you go, because I see it over your right shoulder. Whose jersey is that?
So that's Jamal. Both of these jerseys are Jamal Williams jerseys.
Okay.
Jersey. So this one right here is BYU when he was at college running back there, and then this one over my shoulder right here is the one when he played for the Green Bay Packers.
Gotcha. Nice, man. All right, dude. Well, thank you so much for jumping on. I really appreciated talking to you. Good luck on the pro day. Good
Yes,
luck on the
sir.
hills. Good luck on draft week. All that sort of stuff, man. I really appreciate you having him on. Good luck, man. Seriously.
I definitely appreciate you for having me on, man. It was definitely good doing this, and I hope the best for you and blessings for the rest of this year for you, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Talk to you
Yes,
soon.
sir. Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.